We're gonna talk about this restaurant life. So let's get into it tonight. It's a blessing as well as strife. So grab your fork and get your knife. Cause there's so much more to this restaurant life. Yeah, there's so much more to this restaurant life. So much more to this restaurant life.
My hair left a lot, so it really doesn't matter what I use. And my beard doesn't really dandruff anymore, so.
Andy and I are working on the Larry.
Yeah, me too.
Slowly but surely.
My monkey butt, my friar tuck.
Embrace.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
My barber's nice. He like kind of
don't
leaves
hang
it.
on too tight.
No.
My barber leaves it a little long on top, so it's like longer back here than it is up here.
Yeah, it's like
sometimes when the wind blows, I get
it's like a
comb over
facade,
effect.
like the Donald Trump. Like, yeah, he's trying.
My dad had a comb over, like severe. He lost his hair when he was in high school, and so he had the long comb over in the 80s.
No way.
And we'd be on the tractor driving down the road and just be
flapping.
standing up.
I love that. Goals, right? We're just trying to get there. All right.
He's lucky he can have the major comb over pullback.
Hell yeah.
I'm actually bald.
Really?
Dude, I did that. That was the last time I had hair. I did that. I grew my hair out long enough so I could man bun it over my bald
You had
spot.
the man bun?
Yeah. It was so lame.
What year was that?
This is 2010, 2011, like the first year I started at my brother's restaurant. Because
There's pictures.
I don't think I only did it one night.
Oh.
And I did it just long enough so that I could actually do it. And then I shaved it off. That was my goal. And Heidi was like, "This is the dumbest thing you've ever done."
I can't imagine cooking in a kitchen with all the grease and the food stuff and then having long hair.
Yeah.
It'd just be a miserable
Well, it's
experience.
like the industry too. It's like these long haired pirate kind of guys, that like that's just what they're into. So I was just trying to do that, trying to fit in, and it didn't work.
Probably easy to get the dreads going though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just
Do side just do side dreads and back dreads. All right, guys, we're here with our friends and our neighbors at Harmony Spirits Micro Distillery next door to Estelle's, just across the street, actually. We were here with Andy. We're Jim, Damon, and Larry. Welcome to the podcast, gentlemen.
For having us, man.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Good to have you. So I want to start by just kind of talking about your origin, like where you guys come from, how this came to be. I know you guys were all kind of working together and had this crazy idea of going out on your own and doing this. So let's start there.
Yeah, we actually all worked at the ethanol plant just north of here in Preston. So knew each other a long time.
Yep.
I'd say between the four of us, we got pretty close to 60 years of cooking, fermenting, and distilling experience. So
Wow. That's awesome.
it was one of those things. I think Larry and I first started talking about brewing beer. So Larry donated some equipment to me, and I traded him some beer I made at home for it. And the dream, I think, was a brewery. Then we started looking around, and there's just breweries everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Surly Law came, and then you started reading about some micro distilleries in the States. So, well, that really is kind of what we do here. So, and that field wasn't quite so crowded, so that's
Wasn't as saturated.
yeah.
Yeah. Your guys' roles at the was it Poet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that kind of the same thing you guys are doing now, or was it different?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same, but here you're trying to make something drinkable. There, it's all about production of alcohol.
To pumping it out,
Yeah,
just quantity,
quantity. It's
Yep.
all about quantity. Yep.
just 1, 2, 3, get
Yeah.
it all pumped out, and here you're actually trying to make something delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities.
Sure. Sure. That was kind of the groundwork for stepping out.
Right. And
When we went and visited a couple distilleries, all these people came from different backgrounds. They had nothing. They knew nothing about.
Yeah, one guy was a
fermenter or-
landscape architect. Another guy did the weather on TV.
Wow, really?
So yeah.
So it's just more like
do this.
Yeah. That kind of gave you the
A little more confidence.
little confidence to step out and like, you know what, we got a chance, and you've been doing it. Yeah, for sure. When did you guys opened up? 2017?
No, so we should have been open 2018, but
Okay.
it rained that entire summer. So like 4th of July parade in 2018, we had all the footings.
Okay.
I remember how it rained, just
I sure
poured
do.
right during the parade.
Yep.
And then it never stopped all summer.
And it just kept going.
They couldn't do any of the plumbing or electrical or anything because it was just a massive pond here.
Nice swimming hole.
Nice swimming hole.
So it was fall or March of 2019 before we really got going.
And then
So you have to have all your equipment in place. You have to have everything exactly placed. Like when they come to do the inspections, they tell you they're going to measure like the still is this many inches from this wall
Wow.
and this many inches from that wall, and you have this set up this way, and here's your storage, and so it was, which they didn't do.
really,
But we'd heard nightmares. Larry went and visited 45th Parallel in New Richmond, Wisconsin, and Paul had told about how he had something that wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be. It was
It
off
wasn't
by
him. It was another distillery.
Oh, another distillery.
Yeah.
and they
Something
locked.
was just not. It was just. I think a measurement on a footing, and they made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
It was off by inches
Wow.
because the guy just decided that's what he wanted to pick on. And
Yeah, that's rough. When
our
you get those-
inspection was pretty funny though. The guy showed up, and I was 20 minutes late. So Andy and Larry were meeting with the guy when I got here. He had asked him 5 or 6 questions. He asked me the same 5 or 6 questions, and then he's like, "Where can I get lunch?"
That was it, huh? Yeah, I'm just here to mark this off my list. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's a crapshoot with the inspectors. Like,
Yes.
what kind of day is this guy having? You know, like,
And what exactly are they going to pick at?
yeah, we get it at the restaurant where it's like, you know, in the cities, it was every time the inspector showed up, it was like, oh no, the inspector's here, watch out, and you know they're coming for us. You know, that was the vibe anyway. But down here, it's actually pretty great for the food side anyway. When they show up, it's a good thing, and they like what we're doing. They support what we're doing. Like, it's like, hey, it's a symbiotic thing. We want people to not get sick. You know, we want our employees to follow the rules, wash their hands, and all that jazz. And if there's something that we miss that they help us find, then it's a good thing. You know, they're not going to shut us down. That's not the
Actually, one day the inspector showed up that works down here that does your inspection.
Yeah, Sam.
And parked out in front of our building and walked over to see Miles. So he
Oh.
had his clipboard and his iPad, and I was freaking out. I'm telling Damon, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think we got everything in order, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm like, should I like move this somewhere else and do this? And then Heidi came in.
Yeah,
And she's like, oh no, it's Sam.
it's Sam.
And I'm like, oh, she's like, he won't even come in here. I'm like,
Right.
oh, phew.
Yeah.
Car with the state thing on the side.
I know, right?
It's like,
I'm freaking out. I don't know why, but I'm freaking out. Yeah.
I know I've done something wrong.
Human nature.
It is, right? Yeah. Yeah, Sam's great. He was actually just, he came and did a follow-up with us like 2 days ago. And we like do business, and then we just talk about whatever for an hour. Good dude. So then we got opened up over here, and then 2019, and then the old 2020 came along.
We actually started distribution October of 2019. So us not knowing anything, I'm not sure that we know how to make good product, but
Yep.
I'm not sure that we really know how this business is supposed to work even yet.
Sure.
Because we shipped out a whole bunch of product, that initial shipment, and then it was COVID.
Yeah.
And then we didn't ship anything out till the middle of the next year. And so it was pretty touch and go and scary there for a while.
Yeah, it was, I mean, for everybody.
Hand sanitizer kind of.
That's right. I forgot about that.
A month, 2 months of that craziness.
That was a good
crazy.
That was a good pivot to do something.
Yeah, thank God Jim talked us into it.
Yeah.
We actually borrowed money from the bank that has our mortgage just to pay the mortgage, utilities, taxes, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent all that money buying stuff to make hand sanitizer. And that was really scary because we had nothing, borrowed money, used the borrowed money to buy stuff for inputs for hand sanitizer, and ordered bottles and all kinds of different products. And then, of course, the supply chain issues.
Yeah,
We
try to
ordered
get bottles.
11,000 bottles, and they sent 11,000 caps with the bottles, but they were incorrect.
3 times.
3 times they sent the incorrect caps, and we didn't get the correct caps until like the last month that we were doing sanitizer. I think we had 3 weeks where we had the correct caps.
Could you send them back and get refund?
No,
Just with everything that was going on, it was
yeah, they were telling
just a
us we
shit
could
show.
sell them, but they wouldn't take them back.
Awesome,
Yeah,
real helpful.
we're still burning through those.
Yeah,
We put our Bloody Marys in them.
there you go.
They're juice bottles.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what we do too. Like when so we did the same thing. We're just like having like the take home meals and buying all this like to go stuff. And it's like, I still got a bunch of that stuff. What can we do? Like I just found a bunch of delis. I said, like, we're going to do a take home soup thing just to burn them up, you know? You gotta adapt. And it's crazy when that stuff happens like that, how your entrepreneurial spirit kind of just kicks in. Like, well, we got to do something.
Yeah.
You know, the hand sanitizer was
Well, that was a crazy month.
It was crazy.
Yeah, phone wouldn't quit ringing, and people
Yeah.
just out of the woodwork wanted this. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
And right when all that stuff happened, my son was in the hospital for 6 weeks. So it was,
that too.
yeah, just crazy. So I wasn't here. And then it was, stop in when I have time and try to figure out paperwork. And the FDA changed the recipe 4 times. And
Really?
They got their fingers in it.
TTB changed the reporting 3 times.
It's a racket, man.
It was weird.
What a racket.
Well, they were trying to respond quickly. The government,
Yeah.
So when the bureaucracy tries to respond quickly, then there's always redos.
Oh man, but we're still here. We're still here. We're here. This is the room. This is this is your lab.
Yep.
You know, this is where you get busy. You got the barrels. What are we working on right now? Like, what are we like fermenting and like looking forward to?
We just barreled some whiskey, and when that went into our used bourbon barrel. We will be doing some bourbon here pretty quick. Yeah, we have here.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna
sample.
We're gonna.
We're trying to get some liquor stores interested in doing a barrel pick. So we're picking some barrels, samples to take out to them this week.
Right on. You guys, let's just go over what you guys' products are. You have bourbon.
Yeah, so 3 different bourbons.
Okay.
So we have a straight bourbon, barrel strength bourbon, and an 80 proof bourbon.
Okay. Is the 80 proof lower or is that the higher?
It's the lowest.
Okay.
Yeah. And then whiskey, that's also, everything else is 80 proof except for our bourbon barrel aged rum. So we got 2 different rums, gin, vodka, and whiskey.
I just ordered the barrel aged rum for Estelle's and made pina colada slushies for the slushy machine. I just put them on and big hit. People like that a lot. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. It was perfect.
Well, we appreciate you, having our stuff.
Well, man, yeah, we gotta stick together. Small town. I should tell it too. Like it's cool for us. So we just we sell your guys' liquor. People want a vodka tonic. It's Harmony Spirits vodka. And it's easy and it's cool because it's like not a shtick, but it's like, does your town have their own micro distillery? Because our town does. Like, and we're not a bar. We're a restaurant that has cocktails. And it's cool to say that and to like share it, and people dig it. People really dig it. Like, oh yeah, I wish our town had something like that, a cool relationship like that. So
Yeah, we get, I'd say about 70% of our traffic on the weekend is coming from your restaurant to our place.
that's awesome.
Or stopping here and then.
Right.
Yeah,
Or then they
send
come
them
over.
over.
Yeah.
They cycle back and forth. Glad you're close.
Yeah, right.
When we're trying to figure out our summer hours, it's always like, what's Matt doing?
Yeah.
I think I quizzed you last week. So when are you going to be open?
Yeah, you
on
did.
What day?
Yeah, I get that a lot from other businesses in town. So what are we working on this summer here? But yeah, we're actually adding Tuesdays this year or this summer. between Memorial and Labor Day. Memorial Day is first, right?
Yeah.
I always mess that up.
I get it all the time. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we're gonna add Tuesdays and do tacos.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's cool. And I love you guys being next door here because I like to come over and hang out. And, me and my wife, Heidi, we really like it here. So, well, let's go into maybe tasting a few things here. What do we have here? It's 9 o'clock in the morning, but, this is business. And we're going to try some product out.
The sacrifices you
Get the old turkey baster out. Let's,
Barrel 28, is that what it is?
Barrel 28.
So that was barreled August 20th of 19. So it could either be a straight bourbon or just a barrel.
Okay.
Proof. And for people who don't know, a straight bourbon is 2 years old.
That's the time frame on that?
Yeah.
And then it goes into...
The next step would be bottle and bond.
Bottle
And
and
a couple extra rules for that, but basically it's 4 years old.
Okay.
And we're working on it. We're saving stuff back for that.
Okay. What's the time frame on vodka, gin, rum? That's just
Make it out the door.
as fast as you can get it out the door?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's good. Because I know that's when you first opened, that was the big thing. It's just we got to start selling some products.
Yes,
we got to
exactly.
we got to put some stuff in these bottles and get it out there.
Yeah, the clear ones are roughly 2 weeks.
Okay. Cool. I still have the commemorative box of the first bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I bought that up real quick.
Number 13?
Number 13.
I got 13.
No, I got number like 1 or 2, or maybe I got the. How many did you guys do?
100.
Yeah, so I got like 99.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, I want 1 or 2. Like, no, you're not gonna get that. Like, okay, I'll take 99. Be cool. All right, so this is the straight bourbon,
barrel strength.
barrel straight.
Barrel
This would be barrel
Well, it'll be a
strength.
beer.
It can
Right
be-
now it's barrel strength.
Yeah.
And most likely
That's
barrel,
what it'll be.
They'll want the barrel pick at barrel strength.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guessing the proof is, Larry?
I wrote on the bottom.
Oh,
I wrote on the side of the glass on the bottom.
Down there?
I don't know.
It's 104. 106.
What do you use to sweeten it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, it's just that natural.
The
Yeah.
barrel has sugar.
99.
That's the 99.
It's
The
99
corn-
proof.
The sweetness of the corn comes through in the fermentation.
Sure.
And
And the
then,
yeast kit
the barrel.
spits it out.
You put a good product into a barrel, it's going to come out great. You put a mediocre product into a barrel, it's going to stay mediocre. The garbage in, garbage out. When Larry finishes his distilling, the product, the white dog, the unaged whiskey, is ready to go for a mixed drink. It doesn't have the character of a bourbon. But if you were making a mixed drink with it, it would beat a lot of stuff on liquor store shelves.
Yeah.
He's very meticulous.
Yes, I know. This is delicious.
Alcohol will take on whatever flavor it's in. So when we get done fermenting it, we put that whole fermenter in the pot, corn and all. So I think it hangs on to that corn sweetness that's there.
Right on.
A lot of places will ferment or distill a wash, so they remove all the solids from the fermentation,
Okay.
and then that's more like a beer.
Sure.
Beer they'll separate out all the
That makes
solids
sense.
of the fermentation, so you got a clean beer.
Where do you guys get your corn?
Sit next to him.
Oh, hey, Farmer Andy.
Farmer Andy.
Yeah.
Yep. So if I don't have it on my farm, then I buy it from shareholders
Okay.
in the distillery. Yep. So right now we're getting it from Kent Dornick,
Okay. So local.
local,
Oh,
very
yeah.
local.
Yeah, within 8 miles, right?
Yep.
Most of Kent's ground,
That's really cool. I like that, man.
and then you're getting the oats from Doug.
Yep. And then if I don't have oats, like this year I sold my oats, and I'm just buying oats from Doug Ristow.
Did you
Another
set it
farm.
up? Did you guys set it up coming in that you were producing the corn and stuff like to?
That's
For the
kinda
distillery?
why, Jim and Larry came and talked to me and said, "Hey,
Here's what we're thinking."
Here's what we're thinking," and kind of wanted somebody at the farm to be able to grind the grain and then take the spent grains back to my cows.
Ah.
Yep.
I just learned about spent grains. That's a thing.
Yep.
I had no idea. One of my old cooks was talking to me about it, about the people use it for baking, people use it for...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's-
You want to bake something?
Make something.
We
Yeah.
can hook you up.
Yeah, well, we're talking about opening up this bakery, so
Hey,
yeah,
there
that
you
could
go.
be a spent grain cinnamon roll or something, you know.
Do you have a
She
liquor
actually
license?
she came down, yeah, right. She came down, and the last one of my old cooks, she was gonna run the joint, and she had some ideas, and she was making her own beer and stuff. She had spent grains, and she made some spent grains granola and cinnamon rolls and some cookies, and it's different because it's got that yeasty, you know, I don't even know what the flavor is, but it's got that yeasty flavor to it, but delicious, you know, like not too different where it's weird, just weird enough where it's like, I'm gonna have some more, you know.
Unique.
Thank you.
Unique.
Yeah.
There's some brewery in Wisconsin that has like the pizza on the farm thing, and they make the crust with the
Right.
spent grains, but I fail to remember most things right now.
That's okay. I don't remember anything. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. This is delicious. I took a little sip, get a little loose with the boys here.
It's work. It's
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
this
drinking.
is
it's work.
part of the job. Luke, you want one? Our producer Luke's back there, like, hey, man, you got a shot from me. Oh, look at that, he got one. There you go. Nice. No, I'm good. I'm gonna try the next one here in a minute. Oh man, so what do we got coming up this this summer? Big 4th of July party. We got food trucks coming in. We got music.
And
Car show. Oh, dude, I love the car show. I forgot.
actually, that third Thursday in June, we'll have Loudmouth Brass here. Right
Loudmouth
right out
Brass.
back, so
And down here in the back in the alley.
yeah, kind of they're
back
trying to
door.
do like a back alley concert series.
Right on.
So we'll have Loudmouth Brass on the 23rd, and then the third week in August on Thursday we'll have the Mandy Labarge and her dad.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
They're great. They play at Estelle's a lot.
Trying to gotta get something rolling, so there's like a
Possibly on the 8th
July.
of July, we might, it's still in the works, and it's still, we don't know yet, but something might happen then too.
Yeah, right on. We were discussing. It didn't work out this winter, but for sure, with Estelle's being closed next winter, doing some private dinners over here because we've done a couple over here, and it's great, and it's just like a sweet setup back here, and that'd be a lot of fun. You know, we just gotta start collaborating more. You know, I always say we should do something. We should do something. We should do something. It's like we're next door neighbors, and we're gonna do something. You know, I like reaching out and trying new things, and I think that's what people want too. You know, they want to buy tickets to something special and feel like it's like our own hometown little vibe. So
Yeah, we've talked multiple times about some kind of pairing event.
yeah, dude.
Larry and Super Jim and I went up to the cities last summer, and they did a nice little pairing, you know, with these tiny little
Do little
tapas.
do
or
little
whatever you wanna
tapas
call
bites,
them. Yeah.
and then have your little shots or whatever sitting right next to it and pair it up.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that was neat.
We should do that, man. We can do that, so we should do that, right? It's just doing it. It's always
Once you
just-
get the bakery rolling, it'd be a good thing too.
yeah. We're looking. Hopefully, we're talking about August, so that'll be good. Yeah, we're opening up a bakery. Everybody, my wife is. It's official, Heidi. Everybody knows now.
You can always edit that out.
Yeah, so
Whatever
yeah.
Heidi says.
Yeah, whatever Heidi wants to do. We'll see. I love you. I love you. She's bidding on a donut machine right now on an auction. Hopefully we get it. That'd be really cool. Have some bourbon glazed donuts.
Ooh.
Speaking of bourbon, what do we got next year, boys?
Job is never done.
That's right. We're always working. Never
So
ends.
what's this one? 39 and 101 proof. This barrel 39, is that September, October?
I think that's the 11/11 of 19. No, yeah, 19.
September 11 anniversary bourbon.
Right on.
No,
Never forget.
November.
November, man.
Oh, sorry.
Never forget that one either.
Math, not my thing.
Too much bourbon. I forgot.
I gotta have a calculator or spreadsheet or something. I can do it, but I gotta have tools.
Oh yeah. I love the turkey baster. That thing's awesome.
It's our thief. It's the barrel thief.
The barrel thief.
Yeah. See my shakes here.
Oh yeah.
Haven't
Let's
had
talk
enough
about
bourbon yet this
your
morning.
cocktails. You got your room over here, your cocktail program. You guys changed up your menu, seasonal. You guys just changed it up. We were having Heidi was here having martinis and jalapeno infused.
Yep, jalapeno infused. It's pineapple lemonade with jalapeno.
Is that the whoopsie doopsie? No,
You gotta say it right.
I didn't say it right.
It's the whoop-de-doo.
The whoop-de-doo. Yeah, she calls me up. I'm like, "How you feeling?" She's like, "Well, I just finished my whoop-de-doo." Like, oh boy,
I did bring her some water.
yeah. Just keep her. Speaking of, I should probably have some. Yeah, keep it. Keep
Larry,
the water
Larry
flowing.
can tell the story behind the name of that drink.
Well,
Do tell Larry.
my mother was towards her last days, so to keep her comfortable, they, drug her up.
Sure.
And when they said, "Well, I guess we'll give you some more morphine," she goes,
like that one
"Whoop-de-doo!" And we thought, well, I guess that's gonna be a drink name.
Little homage. We'll pay a little homage to moms. I love that, man. That's great. All right, so this is the bourbon, the straight again.
So they're all
Straight.
barrel
Technically
strength, and they're
they'd
all
be
straight.
straight, but they'd all be barrel strength at this point.
Okay.
So they all hit the 2 year plus mark.
Okay, so this one's a little older than the last one.
A little younger,
A little younger.
a couple, 3 months younger.
As it ages, does it get more like
Mellows, it mellows.
mellows out a little bit, rounds out?
Yeah.
But there's
To a point.
kind of a plateau.
To a point. There's a sweet spot in there.
Okay.
Once you get past the sweet spot, you just start getting more wood. A bourbon that's aged 20 years tastes like wood.
Really?
A bourbon that's aged 10 years is in that sweet spot.
Okay, that's the window.
But we're talking about big places where they don't have the weather changes Minnesota does, and they're using larger barrels. The smaller barrels, the different pressures, humidities, the extreme weather changes we have. Mm-hmm. It's almost like ours ages faster. You can't beat time, but
It speeds up the
gets
process.
it gets the flavors in there faster.
Cool.
It warms up in here, and you can see the barrels start to seep. So it's pushing you into the wood, and then when it cools off, it all kind of goes back.
Contracts. Thank you.
Expands.
All right, another one. The next bourbon.
Problem is,
Expand and contract.
the problem is you haven't had enough yet.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I got to get in my sweet spot.
The sweet
My
spot.
sweet spot.
That's 8 to 12 right there.
Yeah, right. No, I'm not I enjoy it, and I love just the hanging out and the camaraderie of having a drink and being social. But I don't drink a lot. Heidi and I don't like. But it's nice to come here and have one or two and try new shit. I really dig it and learn. Like I have no idea what you guys do. I can tell you how to make a lasagna from scratch, but it's interesting to like. Oh yeah, that makes sense. If it's hot and cold and contrast and flavor and it tastes really good.
Not a lot different from what you do.
Yeah, it's just time and temperature and giving a shit. Right? Yeah, right. I mean that's what I tell people when they go into different restaurants. It's like, well, anybody and everybody can cook food, but did they do it right? Did they care? You can taste it. Like, oh, this is it tastes like someone gave a shit here.
So I always tell my son, you know what the most important ingredient in that was? The love.
Mm-hmm.
Got to put the love in there.
Uncle Roger taught me his MSG.
Also great in the moment. What's the MSG of barrel and stuff?
Larry.
That's your new nickname, bro. What up, MSG?
Larry MSG Tanner.
Larry. That's awesome. That's awesome.
There you go. We need to name a drink MSG.
Oh man. So
Did you notice any differences in that?
I think this one, it was a little more woodier.
There's
last one.
There's subtle difference in that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little sweeter.
Yep.
I got a little more caramel than I did on the first one.
I agree with Matt. I got more oak in the front.
Yeah.
It does, but the
Yeah.
sweetness comes to the back. But right,
It was
away-
balanced. It was definitely balanced, but the wood was, I could notice that, which is cool. Dude, that was always the thing when I started cooking. Like, and you know, I started at Travail, and these guys are like bloodhounds, you know, and like trying stuff, and like, you know, they would try wine and stuff, and they're like, "Here, try this out." And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, grape juice. So it's, you know, he's like, "Are you getting any chocolate? You should be getting some chocolate." I'm like, "Holy shit, yeah, I am." And then he's like, "Are you getting any?" Sounds like a barnyard little thing. I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of am." Like, how to identify what you're tasting, and it was a whole new world to me.
I'm like,
We have
before we
to.
open this one. Yeah, if you smell that, you'll smell tobacco and leather. You
It's
get
so
it better
funny
when
'cause-
it's open.
Yes, dude.
When we submit our products, we always have to have a taste description, a tasting profile. So that's what Damon and I kind of work on. Sometime you got to go on our website and read the vodka description.
Is it ridiculous?
That was like the third or fourth description we wrote that day.
Yeah. So we're just.
There's definitely something in there about a smooth, silky entry.
We may have had a few drinks. At that
We may have been testing the product as we're writing about it. Hey,
But we don't lie.
smooth and silky. What, you gonna turn that down? That's crazy. Yeah, that's it. The tobacco is the one. It smells like fresh, unsmoked Camel Light.
You get it in these, but when it's open,
Ice cream.
it's got a wider mouth. You really get it.
That's cool. And is that just natural, like coming out from the wood? That's neat.
Cool thing about the barrels we get, they toast them before they char them.
What do you mean toast them?
So they actually take the unmade barrel, so it's all spread out. All the staves are still kind of separate, but they got them temporarily ringed together, and they put them over a basket of oak chips that's on fire,
Okay.
and then they wet the outside of the barrel, and they keep wetting it until the outside of the barrel is like 140 some degrees, and it draws all the sugar to the center of the barrel because the outside's cool and the inside's warm. And then you're toasting it over those oak chips, so it gets kind of that smoky flavor to it. And that's all before they char the barrel.
Very cool.
So I don't know that all cooperages do that. You know, a lot of them I think they make the barrel and they toast it and char it at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know, they're watching the temperature and getting that, 4-through-1 char.
Where do you guys get your barrels from?
Avon, Minnesota.
Avon,
Yeah, the barrel mill.
the barrel mill.
And they actually
So they
make
do that process there before
Yeah.
they ship them to you?
And they make a bunch of the staves at Stegemeyer's in Caledonia.
Oh, that's next door.
Yeah.
That's not far.
So that was kind of our goal, was Minnesota as much as we could do.
Absolutely.
And if we can't do Minnesota, U.S. at least.
Sure.
So.
It's good. It's good mindset. We try to do that too.
Yeah.
People like that, man. I like that.
There's a huge difference in woods too. Like been helping the Austin there in Preston just make some stuff out of barrels. And when you get like a French oak or something that's been a wine barrel, like the weight and the way that the wood responds to what you're sanding or grinding off of it is
Sure.
just crazy different versus when you got a Minnesota white oak. It's heavier, it's denser because of the soil and the temperature change.
Wow.
So
Upper
yeah, it's-
Midwest is,
Way different.
well, white oak, that's where it comes from for bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels, because it's fine grained, heavy, and you get the best flavor.
Sure. You pay extra for that?
Yep.
That's the stuff, though, right? I mean, that's like that's where you get it from, right? Yeah, that's like cooking with the right ingredients. It's like, yeah, dude, this is the good shit. The good shit costs more,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I had no idea. White oak. All right. All right, let's do the last one. All right, let's move down the bench here. What month and year is this one now?
Oh crap!
Barrel strength.
31. So that'd be close to.
I think that's September.
92 proof.
It's 92 proof.
Kind of low.
So you guys are just
September of
distributing.
19.
You guys are distributing to. Well, you have a distributor. You go through Johnson Brothers because that's who we get it.
Johnson Phillip. I think it's more Phillips. It's very confusing. We're confused.
So down here, they'll have like one rep for their whole line.
Yep.
As you go to larger cities, like in the metro area, one liquor store or bar will have like 5 reps for just Johnson Brothers Phillips products. So it's hard to tell what side it's on sometimes.
Sure.
Depends on the size of the.
Yeah, and they have like their own little region mapped out. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you got to buy it from here. You got to get it from here
So it's.
because of where you're at.
Yeah.
It's crazy for us because we're literally across the street. And then we put our order in, and it goes from here to Rochester.
St. Paul.
To St. Paul? Oh, they told me Rochester. It goes here, so even better. It goes from here to St. Paul on the truck, and then comes back down to our restaurant.
Yeah, and the time we load the truck, I could hand deliver it to you.
Yeah. Which is illegal,
But
which
the
we
law
don't
won't
do.
let me. The law, I
Which we
could.
don't do.
Could. I don't. I could.
Thank you.
Operative word there.
But it is wild. Like, I was like, oh, dude, this is going to be great. We can literally just go across the street and get whatever we need. And then,
And then Larry and Jim are like, no.
yeah. But I didn't know. And then I'm like, well, yeah, that's not, we're not going to put either of our businesses at risk by doing that. But it's pretty wild that that's the process, right? And it's like, Jesus, okay, I guess Johnson, I guess they got to make their dough to charge us to do our thing here. But that's the way the world works. In
3-tier system.
3-tier system.
Cheers.
Is that-
Cheers.
What kind of like TEAR tears? Like we cry the tears.
No.
Pretty much. Depends on which
government's
side you're on.
The government's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
squeeze you until the tears come out.
I almost got honey on that.
It's definitely lower proof.
Yeah.
I got less wood, but it's very sweet.
It's like, I was gonna say like not syrupy, but like honey. Yeah,
This has less wood smell.
but like even the texture is a little honeyish.
How could you not like that?
I know.
It's got a good oak taste to it, but yeah,
I kind of like that one.
like for real.
I like the second one the best.
I
the
go
higher proof-
this one then the second one.
I like the higher proof stuff better.
I like the high octane,
I don't know, it just
straight to the brain.
to me you get more barrel flavor with the higher proof stuff, you know.
Dude, I'm feeling it right now just for these 3 shots. Like, hey,
It is nice.
my cheeks are starting to warm up.
Mine are
Heidi,
always-
you're driving today. I love you. I think that's my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, the honey.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, I would maybe think that, but then you say it and then it identifies. Like, oh yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything till everybody was
Yeah, you messed up my my own description that I was gonna do,
Predetermined.
Jim.
I taste possum and oh yeah, I got some possum.
That's totally raccoon, bro.
just like the last
It's a
time I tried
marsupial.
possum.
It's amazing. You say something, just watch me. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I
And
do it
then
all
you
the
got
time.
people who do it a lot, and they're like,
I do it all the time with the food.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, and I got this, and I go, oh, that's why it's good. I don't even like mushrooms. I know, but here's what I did: put butter, and then I'm like, oh wow, that's mushrooms. Like,
Yeah, I love that New Year's Eve tasting menu that you did, and you came around and told us all about everything. That was
That's fun.
made the experience way different.
Well,
than
that
if you
was that's how I learned cooking. So Travail, my brother's restaurant, that's the style. Like every night, you pay for the tasting, and the chefs bring it out, and you go through each ingredient, and
well, that's the experience every time. then.
yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah. So that's how I learned how to do it.
cool.
You know, so it's really natural. And then I had to learn how to run a regular restaurant when we moved down here. you know, how to do burgers, how to do, you know, fries, and make it up to a standard that was delicious, because it's just a different clientele. We went down here, we couldn't come down and open up a tasting menu restaurant, but it's cool on New Year's and, you know, Valentine's and special events. I know how to do it because that's all I learned, so we could do that on special events. But people are really into that too, and I think it's those clientels too. Like, okay, so people like to come here and have a drink or two and just be social, right? But you guys also get, you know, you guys hang out here back here with your bourbon dudes and geek out about your different stuff. Like I'm trying to do with you right now, but they're into it. Like
You should have been here last Thursday. They had tore the top off the pizza box, and Austin was ranking everything.
Yes.
So the bottom was Malort.
Yeah, we're trying to get the range down.
Malort is the bottom. Don't
What is it?
drink Malort.
Malort.
It's I'm pretty sure it's
Go on YouTube
Chicago
and Google
sewer
and
water.
Google
Chicago.
Malort face.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Then
The horrible, not horrible.
That's the rankings. Yeah. Drinkable, not drinkable. But I think that's
We
cool.
haven't got it all down yet. We're still working on it.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like fantasy football geeks, you know, or like, you know, what are you into? Like these foodies and people that are into bourbon and like your processes, like it's a whole different clientele, right? And I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that you guys provide the space for that. You're doing it. You have like your own little laboratory back here, and you let people come in and be a part of it. And, you know, we're here talking about it, and it's cool. It's a cool thing. I'm thankful for it. But holy moly, my belly's warm, Jim.
It's kind of like sometimes, you know, people are like, oh, that's got to be great. You know, all you're doing is working with alcohol all day. And sometimes it's actually a drag to come in and be like, I really got to taste that today.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
But then it ends up being okay.
Yeah.
we make sacrifices for the general good.
It's for everybody. It's for the. That's what I used to run a pizza place for my brother, and then people like 3 years. Like, you ever get sick of pizza? I'm like, no, it's pizza. You can do so many different things with it. It's, you know, it's pizza, dude. It's awesome. But I got sick of making them, not eating them. Obviously.
Same. I never get sick of eating.
I know, dude.
Get sick from eating.
Sure. Damn celiac. That's the worst. Let's talk more about the cocktails. Different cocktails that you guys got. Damon, what do we got on our menu this spring?
So we brought back the blackberry lemonade bourbon with bourbon.
Oh yeah.
You know,
How about the blackberry mojito?
the blackberry mojito's back.
That was the number one when you guys opened. Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yes, it is. What else do we have? We have the mule's back.
Yep.
The bee's knees.
Bee's knees. It's one of our gin cocktails.
Is that the one with the honey?
The honey.
I had that. That was delicious.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Trying to think, what's our other? Oh, we got the Fillmore lemonades back.
There you go. Is that a vodka one?
That's a whiskey one.
Ooh, I haven't had that one.
Rum Rita and the Mule.
The rum Rita and the mule and we changed the mentai. We had it this winter and we altered it a little bit. So I think it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit better.
Improved.
Yeah.
Good.
The new improved mentai 2.0. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Most of the time, with the tasting menu or seasonal cocktails, if it sounds really good, but you don't want to drink whiskey, you want to drink vodka, we can change the alcohol.
You could switch it up.
We can switch it up.
Yeah, that's it. We're a scratch bar. We make our own stuff, and we got the ability to do that.
Yeah, my buddy doesn't care for gin, so I made him the whoop-de-doo with vodka.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what
Really fun vodka lemonade, basically.
something I notice, and I used to be a bouncer at a bar for 8 years. The different alcohols get you buzzed up different, you know. So you could like that he's been drinking beer all night. He's really loud and you know, telling everybody what he thinks. This guy's been drinking whiskey all night. he's pretty pissed off, and it affects everybody different, you know. But you could kind of see it. One night I remember we all went out and we all drank Bombay gin, Sapphires and Sevens, and it was like a goofy, like almost we were like high drunk, you know. We're like, oh, ah! But it's, I don't know. That's something I've noticed of the way that it affects people differently. But you know, for the most part, it's kind of the same thing of like, oh, hey, he's been drinking this all night. He's been drinking this all night. I don't know.
I always think beer is like the happy buzz.
Yeah.
You know, anything
and loud.
Yeah.
You get real loud and audible.
If you're just sipping on bourbon all night, it's kind of, you get quiet.
Yeah, it's like
introspective.
Yeah. It's like a like the Oxycontin of booze.
It's nice to switch to bourbon too as you get older, because then you don't have to spend the entire night in the restroom.
Yeah, right. That's part of it.
1 beer in, 3 out. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Not a mathematician.
Right on, boys. Well, thank you so much for letting us come here and hang out and try some stuff. And we're just thankful to have you guys here, you know, in town. And like I said, our restaurant is better for you guys being here. And you know, I hope we have many years ahead of hanging out and doing like this. We'll come here and try the next batch next time.
No, thank you. Yeah, we get so much traffic because you're here, so that's
for sure.
That's so nice for us too.
Awesome.
Thanks for carrying our stuff.
Hey, it's delicious. Right on. All right, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
So much more to this restaurant life. So much more to this restaurant life. So much more to this restaurant life. Let's go!